Welcome to Land Academy. This is the Cash Flow from Land show, where we show you how to buy unwanted vacant land and sell it for more on the internet. I'm Steve Butala.
I'm Jill DeWit.
We are your hosts. With over 15,000 completed transactions, we are the experts in this niche land flipping business.
We hold a drawing to win a free property every month. Enter to win by reviewing this show on iTunes and downloading our free ebook at landacademy.com. All right, let's get this show started.
This is Steven Jack Butala. For Land Academy, welcome to our Cash Flow from Land show. We show you how to buy property for half of what it's worth and resell it the next day. Great information and instruction from Jack, that's me.
And inspiration from Jill, that's me.
In this episode, Jill and I talk about how to partner a flip. And why the heck would you want to partner a flip, first of all? We call it an option, and there's a bunch of other names, and we'll get into that in a minute. Jill, sounds like fun. Before we start, let's take a question posted by one of our members on successplan.com, our free online community.
Sure. Moniesha.from Charlotte asks, I was wondering if you could share how you allocate your earnings inside your business. How much do you set aside for taxes? How much do you leave in the business for new acquisition, etc.? I thought this would be extremely helpful in terms of structuring a healthy business model. A lot of people ask, how to make the money, but nobody asks what to do with once it's made. Thanks for all your help. Great.
That's easy. Jill and I have a 91-9 partnership split. And she gets 91% of everything that the company makes. And I make 9%.
Yep.
And that's how it rolls.
That's perfect. That's the way it should be. If you don't have it similar like this, you start to say 91-9. I'm like, shoot, is that like a tax code I hadn't heard of?
Oh, no.
I know 1099, 91.99. Okay.
All right. So let's start. I'm not going to make this a lengthy thing. What I think you're asking is, how do let's say you start with $10,000. How do you use it? And then after you make 100,000 because you're doing everything right, what do? What's the best way to maximize? Move the money around and make it work for you the best. So this is what I tell everybody when we start out. By the way, if you have a question or you want to be on the show, call 800-725-8816. We'd love to have you right on the show, with us live. You can't be boring though.
Can't be boring.
So let's say you have 10 grand just for fun, or I don't know, $1,000 to start. What you want to do is use that money toward real estate as much as possible and nothing else. What we teach in our program is to set up a few things because you're going to get real busy once you send the mailers out. So you want to set aside enough money to send out a couple thousand mailers with that offers for the property. And then all the rest of the money, with very few exceptions, you want to put into the actual real estate, because what we teach is to buy a property for $500 or $1,000 or some number like that, some low number, and double your money very quickly. So 1,000 becomes 2,000, becomes 4, becomes 8, becomes 16, and very quickly, our members, our successful members, the ones that stick to it and follow our instructions, are going to have 50, 60, 70,000 bucks to work with. Then you spend some time on marketing and allocate things where you think it's most appropriate. We don't spend too much money on marketing. I'm not a big marketing budget fan. A lot of people are. Mm-hmm. If somebody's reaching you as a consumer or as a land buyer or as a podcast listener, and their products suck, mm-hmm. It's because they're a marketing person. They're good at marketing and they suck at the show. Yeah. And I'm a fan of the other way around. I think you should put your money into what makes a good show and where your talent is in the actual real estate that you're selling, and not spend it on marketing. So as far as taxes go, don't worry about it. You need to make sure that there's enough money to pay taxes, and I keep a little spreadsheet, make sure there's enough cash comes around for tax time. Mm-hmm. And even if you don't worry about taxes. And don't worry about offices and all that stuff, man. You could start this in your back bedroom or with a desk next to a bed or the whole thing. So, mm-hmm. Don't worry about what you're going to do with the money once you start making it. I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen. You're going to say, why the heck would I ever invest in anything else? Where else can you double your money pretty quickly? Like immediately in our case.
Right.
So I hope that answers the question.
Yep. So you're just saying, just keep reinvesting it and you will be fine. You will have that. You will have a cash cushion when you need it,
The greatest, so when I look back at all the stuff when I started in the 90s, early 2000s, the greatest moment that I had ever was I was just making a ton of money and working by myself. I started the whole thing myself. And that first person I hired, I gave that person all the stuff that I really just did not enjoy doing, basically paperwork and a lot of internet stuff. Mm-hmm. And that I celebrated for a year. Right. It freed me up to get out of the minutia and really, really start making some good decisions and go to tax sales and really just freed me up from a time and responsibility standpoint. So plan for that moment because then you can really take it to the moon. We have several members who are now hiring people or even at outsourcing now. Outsourcing is a lot more popular than it was back then. So that's a cool moment.
Especially with nowadays, it's easy to find a task-specific person and use them for that task.
Exactly, Jill. We have several task-specific people outsource stuff where they just do one thing and we get a bill for literally like $20 a week.
Right.
So how to partner flip? First of all, why do you need a partner, Jill? I mean, not a partner like you and I, but let's say you find a great piece of property. You know it's worth twice as much as what you're paying. Let's say it's a house. Mm-hmm. Let's say you find a house, you negotiate a deal, it's $80,000. You know wholesale it's worth $110,000. Mm-hmm. And the person who's selling it, they got to close because they need the money. Mm-hmm. How do you find a partner? Why do you need a partner?
There's something missing. That's what we're just saying.
That's right.
There's something missing that I need to bring somebody in.
You're smart.
Thank you.
Something they're filling a need.
It is exactly, and it might be cash, it might be knowledge, it might be who knows what, but otherwise you don't need a partner.
I don't think you do almost ever.
If
it's the deal that I just described, all you got to do is find the person that's going to buy it. We call it optioning. All you got to do is find the person that's going to buy it from you, and then have that person go buy the deal. It's the original no money down real estate investment. Mm-hmm. So here's how it works. You're great by now at sourcing real estate, undervalued real estate. That's what we teach here.
Right.
That's the whole point to this. Buy it for half. How to buy it for half with direct mail. Make 1,000 offers and buy a couple properties.
Yep.
So now you got this property. It's you negotiated the deal. The whole system worked exactly how it should, but you don't have any money. This is what you do. You find the person that you're going to flip the thing to, wholesale it to, not the end user, even in land, not the end user. It's somebody on your A-list that you've developed, and you say, will you buy this property, in this case a house, for $110,000? Because you can clean it up and fix it, and it's worth $180,000. And they're going to say, heck yes, where have you been all my life? Tell me exactly what to do. I'm all yours. And then you will never get rid of them, ever. They will be coming back to you every month because they're good at renovating houses and selling them. They are not good at sourcing real estate. That's your gig. That's how you partner flip.
But wait, that sounds like a buyer's list now. Are you just saying that now I have a great list of resources when I find these properties that are just standing by ready to do it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's exactly what I'm saying. How do I find a buyer's list, Jack?
Oh, wait.
How do I find it? If you're a land investor like us, go to landwatch.com and there's thousands and thousands of properties either listed by the owner or the real estate agent. Wherever your property is, let's say it's in Montana, go collect all the names of the people that are selling stuff in Montana. Mm-hmm. Get their information. It's not going to happen in 35 seconds. Get their information. If you're a phone person, their phone number, if your email, whatever. Mm-hmm. And tell them that you have had to pass on some transactions recently that were smoking deals because you didn't have the money. Mm-hmm. And you hate to see, and use this sentence, you hate to see good acquisitions go to waste because there's no money. They will flock to you. Trust me.
Yep.
Flock. So that's how you partner flip. You don't really partner at all. Your other option is in that house deal is to actually call your brother-in-law because he's loaded, and then now you got to split it. So he fronts the $80,000. You own it for 35 seconds, and you guys split the margin. What? Mm-hmm. Split the margin. No splitting margin. I do sound like I'm from Detroit.
Yes.
Now I'm conscious of it.
It's okay. That's where you're from. It's a good
every
thing.
time I talk to my sister who lives in Traverse City, I speak really total Michigan accent for a week. I have to wash it out of my mouth with soap.
Maybe that's where it's coming from. Remember the girl you met the other day from Michigan?
Oh, maybe that's
could
it.
Be. It's coming up again too because of that. Hey, it's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that.
This is the if-then segment of the show. If you do X, then Y will happen. If you secure a deal that is well below market value, then partners will come and find you, not the other way around. Huge misconception in real estate. If I only could find a money backer.
Right.
Money backers are looking for people like you. There's way more money out there than talent. Nobody knows how to source undervalued transactions except you.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Jill, do you have some info? If you have any questions or you want to be on the show, call 800-725-8816 and put your happy voice on, please.
You know, I was going to say one real thing about the if-then statement in this topic is it happens to us all the time. You and I both get emails from people, I mean...
daily,
you know,
to partner a deal.
Yeah, all over the country, you know, and it's great. And so, and because that's my business, I expect it. I want it. I'm either going to pay attention to it or I'm going to delete it. It doesn't matter. Reach out to those people. So, it's yes.
Now's a good time to mention that if you do want to partner a deal with us, if you're an existing member, there's a real specific protocol because we need to see that there's so many deals that come in. We need to make them, how we review them has to be, we have to have all the same information. So if you go to the FAQ section of any of the websites, Success Plan, or it all goes back to one FAQ, Land Academy, check that out. There's real specific instructions. You fill out an online form and we review the deal just as if you were a seller. Mm-hmm. And we put it together. There's some smoking stuff in there. There's some multi-unit deals in there that I haven't seen in quite some time. There's a deal in there right now, Joe. It's 34 5-acre properties in Southern California, $500 each.
It's fantastic.
I mean, that's... While you do the inspiration thing, I'm going to do the math on how much we're going to make on that.
Okay. So here's my inspiration for the day. You ready for this?
Yeah.
What do you do when you need inspiration? We all need to have a little something when we're just, you need a pick-me-up. You need to be inspired. You need to keep on going. You're dragging for whatever reason. You really are doing a lot of math over there.
Yeah.
So here is what I do. And you know this, Steven. I physically remove myself from the environment to mentally regroup. So I need to be inspired. I'm going to get up. I'm going to take my coffee. I'm going to go for a walk. I might go run an errand. I might leave. I might not come back. You know, so that happens sometimes. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to take
Where's
a day.
Jill? Oh, no, that's it. She's done.
She's gone. She's not coming back.
Not for today.
Not today.
She's just not coming back.
No. I had a boss call it a mental health day before years ago, and it stuck with me. And we all need a mental health day sometimes. So you need to be inspired, and you have to do that. Because you know what? If you don't figure out whatever it is to help get you through and back on track, you might not get through and might not get back on track. And that's not what you want.
Right.
So, Steven, aside from the math, I want to hear the math here in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do when you need inspiration?
When I need a source of inspiration, I come to you. And I'm not joking around. You have a different way of looking at things. I look at everything very analytically and without emotion. And you have and I'm not saying it's over emotional. I'm just saying you apply a different view of looking at stuff. So, yeah.
Because I have ovaries.
Yes, you do. It comes with a set of ovaries. Yes, it does. It really doesn't. It comes with your ovaries.
Okay.
Why is our ovaries such a funny,
don't know.
endearing word? And testicles are awful and yucky.
It's very true. You could say out loud, "Oh, no. You can't pick up the check. You have ovaries." Mm-hmm. And everybody goes, "Oh, okay." And they get it, but you can't say, "Hey, you're picking up the check because you have testicles."
Right. Yeah, that's the end of the date and the relationship right there.
Could you imagine? I should drop that one tonight when we're out. I'm going to go ask him. He's got the testicles. I'm gonna totally drop that tonight. I want to see how well that goes over and see how many people go, what did she just say?
No, he can't ask for directions. He's got testicles.
Exactly. Okay.
You know what I do? Like when I need to get away from it all, I'll go to a movie and like a Wednesday at like 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And that it's really for movies for some reason. It's like sitting in a theater movie, not at home. Mm-hmm. And because there's like 6 retired people in there. And you just watch the movie at that time. And it's just, it's ice cold in there, which is really nice. And you just forget, you totally take your mind off of anything that's going on.
Mm-hmm. That's perfect.
Yeah.
To get out of whatever it is. So good. So there's your inspiration for today. Just figure out what it is. Have it in your back pocket. Maybe it's a bunch of different things. I don't know. Stuff is going to happen.
Play with your kids.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah.
Well,
maybe
take the dog for a walk. Everybody wins. Then now the kids, you're being a good parent and everybody wins.
Exactly.
Same thing with the dogs.
I agree.
Join us in another episode where Jack and Jill discuss how to use information, that's me,
and inspiration, that's me,
to get just about anything you want. You use them together. We use it every day to buy property for half of what it's worth and resell it immediately. Good show, ovaries.
Thank you, testicles.
See, it's just awful.
It's awful. That makes me think of the
I forgot to talk about the money.
The
Go
T-shirt
ahead.
thing. Remember the gorgeous? Could you imagine if I walked around like ovaries on my shirt?
This. Hey, listeners, I saw this.
Yeah.
If I saw a woman walk down the street here in Southern California, and it's probably a Hollywood thing, and she had a shirt, and across her chest was gorgeous. That was the words on it. And I have not forgotten it. But if you have to, as a person, tell people that you're gorgeous by writing it on the front of your shirt, and you have ovaries, I want you to ask some questions. I want you to ask yourself a lot of serious questions and possibly seek professional help. Not joking at all.
I have heard about this once a day for actually, it's gone down to once a day. It was 5 times a day in the beginning. And what's hilarious is I think I was with you and I didn't even see it.
The person that was wearing this shirt, you can. I almost guarantee what you're picturing in your head. Because the image that you're picturing in your head is exactly what it looked like.
I know, I guessed right because I asked.
What kind of person needs to tell somebody that through a thing on their shirt, through a word on their shirt? If you are a psychiatrist or a psychologist, please contact me and solve this mystery for me.
Put it in successplant.com. There's our thread.
So here's the thing on the 34 5-acre properties for $500 each. It costs $17,000 to buy this thing to get it done. Uh-huh. And probably maybe an hour of work, Jill, maybe 2 hours max on everybody's part. And we can immediately sell it. We probably won't even post it on the internet because I know exactly who's going to buy it, and so do you. Mm-hmm. And for about $2,000 to $3,000 a unit, and then they're going to sell it on terms for a lot more than that. So the person that buys it from us almost always wins. They make more money than us. Mm-hmm. So we'll sell it for probably $100,000, between $85,000 and $100,000 for all of them, and probably net 70 to 80, depending on how the numbers go out. So not bad for 2 hours of work.
Yep.
And the only reason the member called us is I'm not sure they have the $17,000, and that's great. Everybody wins.
Yep.
All good. Let's go buy something for half price today and resell it. Jack and Jill, information and inspiration.
We hold a drawing to win a free property every month. Enter to win by reviewing this show on iTunes and downloading our free ebook at landacademy.com.
If you want to get involved or you need more information about our profitable, niche real estate operation, call 480-467-0359. You just might get Jill at the other end of the line.
landacademy.com. You are not alone in your real estate ambition.